What's going on here then? Can't go in there. Can't go in there, at least not yet. What is this? Cognitive conversion. Subject to undergo a series of reconditioning therapies. Prefrontal cortex, visual cortex. Note, all therapies have been outlined in Notebook 22A. Strict guidelines have been provided, so that's the ace in the hole there. It's a clone of Andrew Ryan.
Did you talk your puppy? She's very pretty.
Thank you, Papa Sushong.
Break her neck for me.
What?
Break that sweet puppy's neck. No, please. Break that puppy's neck. Would you kindly? No. No. Very good.
Yes, would you kindly break that puppy's neck? Send to Ryan. Oh, hey. Alright, send to Ryan.
Suchong, of all the things I know this. It is in your power to be a different man. What can Ryan take from us that we have not already sacrificed at the altar of discovery? They are children, little sisters, and yes, they will forget. But you and I won't. The memories of what we have done fade only with the dimming of all lights. Tenenbaum.
Nice try, Tenenbaum, but you can't help Suchong. Suchong doesn't want to change. We can't go down there, apparently.
Protector system, Plasma Delos 255. Dr. Suchong, client Ryan Industries. Very frustrating day. I can't seem to get the damn big daddies to imprint on the little brats. The protection bondage is just another forming. Get away. Maybe if I modify the genetic sequence to... sequence to allow for... Get away, you filthy little shit! What are you doing? Get back! Get back!
That's a bit of an overreaction, but okay. So remember this? Remember how we found this room back in Bioshock 1? I don't know, maybe it does fit. Maybe the story is correct. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the story isn't correct for Bioshock 2 then, because the Alpha series is completely missing, and they formed the protective bond for the Alpha series in Bioshock 2. So if we ignore Bioshock 2, in Bioshock 1 we found this. Maybe it is correct, but that means that the little sisters only had the protection of the big daddies quite a while after Atlas came back with his rebellion. I don't know. Okay. I guess the timeline fits. I would have thought that they figured out the Big Daddies a lot earlier than that. Is there anything here that's not consistent? Because there seems to be a lot of Big Daddies, and they were. Remember when we went to Fontaine Futuristics in the first game, we found the Big Daddy kind of factory. That was up and running, and they had two types of Big Daddies already, so they fully developed two types of Big Daddies, and they had a production line. But they didn't even have the protection bond up and running yet, until just before we arrived in Rapture. in the first game. I'm not sure the logistics work out because there's not enough time to get that up and running, I would have thought. Because the thing is, they discover the bond here, but Suchong dies. So who establishes the bond between the rest of the little sisters and the rest of the big daddies if not even Suchong knows how this bond works? But then once we arrive in Bioshock 1, we see little sisters and big daddies working together quite happily already. Like, who sets that up? I don't even know. Alright, well, questions.
There's the ace.
Hey guys, having a good time?
This is it. This is the ace in the hole. All the pain and all of the death for this.
Oh, there's more. That's the ace in the hole, yes, but there's more to it. Wait a minute. Am I supposed to come back here? Enter wall. No. I want to come out here and... Wait a minute. Free clinic. This place wasn't quite like this when we found it in Bioshock 1. There were more kind of beds. How much time passed between this point and Bioshock 1? I don't know. Anyway, let's go through the wall. And through here. Why are there so many gatherer gardens here? Well, this is quite... like, it looks really good, but it doesn't really make any sense. Why would there be a gatherer's gardens back here? Looks good. Looks really
Hey,
good.
sister. Over here.
And a giant window? Why would there be a giant window? But it looks really good.
Do you have it?
I have it.
Give it over then. I'm keen to get this brat off me hands.
You know what? Andrew Ryan said I was a rube. But he was wrong. I'm not the rube, Atlas. You are. We both know what happens next. Just get it over with.
Well, love, if you insist. What is this? It's just a bunch of gibberish. What does this say, you little whore? Hey! What does this say?
It says, would you kindly?
We've got the activation phrase. Now all we've got to do is get that genetic freak of nature on an airplane and Rapture's ours.
I chose Rapture.
Chooses. A slave obeys.
We are ready to save one life is to save the world entire. It is you who are the safe one.
I can see all the doors. And what's behind all the doors. And behind one of them, incredibly, I see him.
Mon amour, des mots de tous les jours. Et ça me fait quelque chose.
Yes, well, can you guys predict what my problem with this is? It's the same problem with Bioshock Infinite. You could... There are infinite possibilities. You chose the one where you end up dead. Was there really no other one where you didn't have to die? Given that there are infinite possibilities, was there really no other universe you could put yourself into where you don't die? I mean, if you die for a noble cause, there is something noble in that. But the problem here is that we've set up this Deus Ex Machina where certain characters can see everything and know everything and choose from any possibility which one they want to fulfill. This is like some sort of godlike miracle power where they can make the one thing happen that they want to happen and bypass all other possibilities. This is what the story says they're able to do. So conceivably, they could have she could have chosen a different set of events where she didn't end up dead and still achieve the same outcome. So there's no reason why she has to die. There's no reason why anybody has to sacrifice themselves. And no matter which reality you choose, because of the way they design the story and the infinite possibilities, is that no matter which you actually choose, there's still other universes out there where the other things happen. That this particular event doesn't happen because, every time somebody makes a decision, there's an alternate reality, there's an alternate possibility. And so even if you control probabilities,
You ready?
there's still the rest.
See the pyramids along the Nile. Watch the sunrise from a tropic isle. Just remember, darling, all the while you belong to me. See the marketplace in old Algiers. Send me photographs and souvenirs. Just remember, when a dream appears, you belong to me. And I'll be so alone without you. Maybe you'll be lonesome too, and blue. Fly the ocean in a silver plane. See the jungle when it's wet with rain.
Just remember till you're home again, you belong to me. I'll be so alone without you. Maybe you'll be lonesome too, and blue. Fly the ocean in a silver plane. See the jungle when it's wet with rain. Just remember till you're home again, you belong to me.
Great.
Yeah?
I think you got it.
Great.
Can I clap?
Job. Good job. Well played. But it comes back to the same problem. Oh, back to the rant. Back to the rant. It comes back to the exact same problem. Is that once you write a story where, okay, here's a person that is omniscient, who can see every single possibility and can pick anyone. Once you write that story, you don't have a good story anymore, because then nothing makes sense. Once you invoke a miracle in a story, then all the rules are out the window, and you can do whatever you like. And once you can do whatever you like, you're completely open to the criticism of, well, why this and why not something else? If anything can happen, why not something else happens? Why choose this? Why choose this particular world? For example, where the protagonist of Bioshock 1 only ever manages to rescue the little sisters. I mean, a lot of people still die in that story. All the splicers don't get saved. A lot of people don't get saved. None of the big daddies get saved. Atlas doesn't get saved or redeemed. Only a few little sisters survive Bioshock 1. Is that really the best possible outcome out of infinite possibilities? No, it's not. Of course it's not. So why on earth would you choose that and die happy knowing that you've done some good? Because you haven't done as much good as you possibly could have. Why would an omniscient being sacrifice herself to save a few little girls and not save a lot more people somewhere else? You could save a lot more people if you don't sacrifice yourself and use your powers in other places. You know what I mean? Like once you set up this thing where I'm done. So once you set up this story where certain characters can do whatever they want, then nothing else makes sense anymore. Once you have a miracle, nothing else, because the miracle by definition is something that defies possibility. It's something that's not physically possible. It's something that's not realistically possible. That is a miracle. So once you have a miracle, once you've broken the rules, you can't put it back together again, because the rules, once you've established that any rule can be broken, then nothing can be consistent. Nothing can make sense. There can be no logic if anything is possible. You know what I mean? If anything can happen at any time, there's no logic, because things just happen, because miracles. So once you invoke a miracle in a story, you don't have a story anymore. You've just broken all the rules that you've written to establish that story. That is the underlying problem with Bioshock Infinite. And that has completely just killed the entire fictional world, because why does one thing happen and not the other? Because Lutece chose it or something. She could have chosen something else, but who knows what's going on in her brain. You can't do it. That's why people don't praise the Deus Ex Machina. They don't praise the God from the machine. They don't praise the miracle invoking in storytelling, because it's not a good idea to invoke miracles in stories. Why does she have to die? Just to save a few girls. Why did she have to save them in that particular way and not any other way? She could do anything at that point. She could open any tear to any world to make anything happen. But she chose that? She chose to die? She chose to kill herself, essentially? And the answer is again, go kill yourself? That's not a good answer. Come on, you can't do miracles. All right, well, I think I'm in. Okay, is that enough? That's enough. That's enough ranting. So I still haven't unlocked all the stuff in Clash in the Clouds, so I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna play Clash in the Clouds maybe once or twice more, unlock all the concept art, and then we'll come back and have a look at that too, because it's not bad, Clash in the Cloud. So I'll see you guys there.